Right, it is all on the line. Champions League, win or bust. It is as simple as that. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts 2 Icons with me, a very excited man. If you have been enjoying the series up to this point, of course, drop a like. That would be tremendously helpful and all that jazz. Today is massive. Today it is Champions League or bust. That is all. But there is actually far more stuff to talk about combined with that as well. Obviously, we have had a game off camera. There'll be another one in between as well, which is quite a big one to go with it. But there's plenty more stuff to talk about today because we've made transfers, friends. I wasn't expecting to do more transfers, but we have. And I think that's 3 in, 1 out as well. So lots to talk about. But firstly, I just wanted to take a look again at Fernando de Ana, who, of course, you know, only 18 years old, settling nicely in Croatia. In fact, settling so nicely that he's taken a massive shining to a local delicacy known as Boshkarin. So much so that he's been ranting and raving about it to the folks back home. And his mother has actually started selling it back in Argentina locally. And it's the talk of the town. Also, sadly, Regan Booty missed the last game through food poisoning. So, yeah, he got a dicky booty. Now, as I said, there's been big moves and shakes as far as the transfer market goes. The first of which is our goalkeeper has gone. George Nikolic has joined Napoli for 5.75 million, 5 up front, rising a little bit in future. I felt that it was the right move for us at the time to make that deal because he was a bit of a wet wipe. So, yeah. But the first thing I did after that was funnel that money straight back in to another goalkeeper just to make sure that we had the depth at the club to make that work because I didn't want to be without a backup goalkeeper in case Robert Ivanovic did get hurt. And I feel like we've done the right deal. So we turned straight round and spent that money on Pablo Mizrahi, who is an Argentinian from River Plate. Would you believe we had some connections? And I'm not saying it's the reason, but it could also be the reason. I think Fernando de Ana's mum's cooking has had an impact on this particular deal, on getting Pablo Mizrahi to join us as our backup goalkeeper. 2.5. I love those 2.5 deals, just to bring players in and get things going. So I basically funneled all the money that we made off of the goalkeeping deal to flip into a new goalkeeper, bit younger, bit more potential, so that we've got 2 young goalkeepers vying for position. Although I do, you know, he's a backup role, that's fine. He's happy to accept it. He's got a long-term deal, a 4 years with a 3-year extension on it as well. So plenty of time for Pablo Mizrahi to win his place at this club and sit behind Robert Ivanovic for now. But it's good to do. I think that was the right piece of business for us at the time because it's essentially, yeah, we got rid of a goalkeeper who's old and didn't want to be here and replaced him with a youngster who did. And hey, he likes Boshkarin. Tony Mihailovic is still complaining about wanting to leave at the moment. So yeah, Tony the Tank Engine getting on my nerves a little bit. At this point, I'm half tempted to flip him off on a free to a team on the island of Sodor. We also bought in, I'm amazed at this deal. This is Daniel Braganza. A lot of you will know a lot about him, of course. I believe he starts off at Red Bull Salzburg, or yeah, no, he was on loan at Red Bull Salzburg from Porto. We've got him from Liverpool on a loan deal for the rest of the season. I felt that it was just necessary. Wouldn't have done this otherwise, but with the injuries we've had in that position, I felt that we just needed a little bit more strength in that position. And the fact is, he's on 70k a week at Liverpool, and they only wanted us to pay 28 grand of his wages. And with the fact that we just got a goalkeeper off the wage bill for 21k, it felt like a decent flip for us. We do have an optional fee of 26 million. It's unlikely we'd trigger that, of course, but look at the mentals on him. I think he's a really solid option that will just boost that part of the team a little bit more. And yeah, well, give us even more room to rotate around once those guys do start coming back in. So, you know, to get him for free, essentially, with the wages that are that low, relatively speaking to his quality, I was pretty happy to bring him in, to be fair. And the last one, finally, Daniel Mezga is a Dinamo player. Eventually, so as you know, when you cancel a deal, sometimes the player will react badly. Usually it's just a case of giving them a little bit of time. But I was a bit worried that it was never going to turn around and happen. In the end, we were able to get the deal done. Another 2.5, but he's on relatively low wages. And I think he's a solid option for the future, really. He's not going to play super loads this season, but he does have some really nice base attributes that was the reason I wanted to sign him in the beginning. Maybe we've paid a little bit more than I would have liked, but I still think he's a solid option for the team. And it weakens a league opposition right now. And we're not building a nation here, friends. We're building a Dinamo. So he's in as well. So I think the squad really has strengthened over the last few games. Now, of course, none of those 3 players I've just showed you are going to be able to play or feature at all against RB Salzburg because, of course, yeah, they couldn't register them in time. But they will all be able to be registered for the next round of whatever competition we happen to be in. And that's our plan today. We go to Austria, away from home. It's a big deal, really. I think an away goal is going to be something very, very key. I think this is going to be a tough one for us, and I won't be overly bothered if we... I say I'll be bothered. I won't be super disappointed if we were to screw this up, because I think we are the underdog in this particular fight. So Europa League would be awesome either way. Obviously, Champions League is great for money and whatnot, but we would probably get absolutely hammered every week. And one final thing. This is going to come as the biggest shock that I think has ever been in one of my saves, to be honest. I'm enjoying press conferences. I've been doing them a lot lately, as you know. We're up to like 75% media handling, which is mental because I've just been doing them all. And I've actually been enjoying it. It's, I think I'm going to have to see a doctor. I'm not sure I'm all right, friends. Just somebody call for help. So, obviously last game I rotated around a little bit in the league again to make sure that we had like the strongest possible options for today's game. Selection advice is in, so Streakic will come back in, Sobby and Anderson. Sobby I've not been overly enthused with, but then I've also not been super bothered about Jellebear through the middle there. And I feel like Mihailovic, who, spoiler alert, did score in the last game, coming off the bench within like 30 seconds of score, with literally 30 seconds coming off the bench, bam, goal. So there is that. Campbell, Conser, Simic, Roberts, Basia, Hodak, Candelaria, Anderson as well. I've liked Anderson's work a little bit lately. This might not reflect it, but I think he's done okay, actually. A few of these players lacking match fitness, of course. I'm always a bit worried about Tony the Tank Engine here, just because the morale could be an issue, but he has still got goals to his game. And Streakic, of course, is just a Champions League just a mastermind. As Jellebear, of course, isn't super bothered about he isn't great on fitness levels right now either. So I think I actually probably will go with that, to be fair. It's nice to see some players slowly returning to fitness, though. That will definitely help us out. Standard approach today, no funny business. We might change during the game if I feel like it can get us some advantage, but right now, I'm happy to go with this. We are the underdogs here. Okay, good. That's nice to see. Tony's apprehensive. I mean, he should be, really. I've heard Gordon and Clarence are mad pissed at you. Massive stadium here. They've obviously won every game ever. They've got a player on the bench called Luck, so hopefully he doesn't come on. This is a real tough one for us. We are definitely the underdogs in this tie, but sometimes that suits the style of play that I actually like to use anyway. I think in a game like this, Streakic is going to be absolutely key. And making the most of... Oh, okay. Okay, calm it down. Calm it down. Do not let the occasion get the best of you, lads. Here, there we go. Esriconsa's made up for that early little error there. And Anderson's tried one over the top. The key in a tie like this, really, is to score an away goal. We get an away goal. Presumably, if it's a Hodak, we'll be involved in it in some way, since that's just what he does at this club here. But look, they're pressing out quite a lot. And we need to be careful here. Just getting the ball back to Ivanovic there nicely. That's a good flick on. Streakic, can he get the first touch? He does. Streakic back on his left foot. It's a great save from the goalkeeper. And I do wonder if maybe he was on his left instead of his right when he actually initially got that first touch, if he could have hit that a little earlier. But still, great work already. Anderson into the box. Can he be fouled maybe? Oh dear, that's a poor touch back. But already we've found ourselves a little opening there. Streakic has got him behind, which is a good sign. A lot of possession so far. Big chance for us already. Got to defend these well, though. That's... No, it was nearly nice. Nearly. If we get a better second ball there, then maybe there's a chance. Just don't foul him. Stand him up. Good. We are vulnerable to those occasionally. Some of our defenders get a little bit too deep on those situations, and the ball just goes behind them. 1-0 to Red Bull Salzburg. It's been a very bright start from us, but we've kind of just mucked that up. Didn't get our positioning right for that second ball. And I think the defender does quite a good job here at just standing Romero up. But then... there's enough... Oh, actually, yeah. They don't track the runners properly. They allow 3 Red Bull Salzburg players to get in behind them there. That's poor from them. Oh, actually, Anderson stayed forward. That's not a bad pass for Streakic. Can he go around the man? He does. Vlade Streakic on his left foot. This is what he does. Vlade... Oh, he takes an extra touch, and Vlade Streakic is there again. The shot is blocked, but it doesn't matter as Vlade Streakic... The crowd goes silent, and Vlade is celebrating. He must be getting close to double figures in the Champions League. It's a great ball from Anderson, but the key thing for me here is getting Streakic on that left foot. This little touch is not the best one because it gives the defender a chance, but it bounces back to him on that favoured left, and it's 1-1, and that's our away goal. Come on, Vlade. Yes, lad. Exactly what we needed. Just... Oh, no. Exactly what we needed, he says, as the referee's called Willie Collum. Somewhat of a phallic man in many ways. Let's see just how phallic Willie's about to be. And penalty awarded. Okay, he's no longer a phallic at all. He's an absolute flapping vagina of a man. That is, I usually expect those to be given outside the box. Gullikson steps up, and he's missed the target. Tobias Gullikson, Tromsø legend, you might say. Great play. We've actually been all right so far. I've been quite impressed with how we're doing against a relatively strong opposition here. We've had a couple of chances. 2 really big ones. Oh, Mihailovic. Oh, he can get through. Oh, Streakic again on that left foot. He's lethal, but he's missed the target that time. I'd say a pretty good first half from us. The penalties definitely made them look better than they are, but they missed it, of course. 1-1 here in Austria. This is a good situation for us to be in right now. Mihailovic is really struggling, though. We could just hang on for 12 minutes here, because the pressure is definitely coming more from the Salzburg direction at the moment. But a 1-1 draw away from home would be a very, very strong result, because then any win at home is enough for us to go, oh, please not another penalty. Please not another penalty. Please not another penalty. God. That's a dead cert, isn't it, though, really? He's just kind of gone through him a little bit there. Why are we... Willie, come on, mate. Just put me out my misery, mate. Another penalty for Red Bull Salzburg. I mean, I don't see them missing 2 penalties in the same game. That seems unlikely. 2-1 is still not the worst result, but it's Enio to step up, and it's scored. Red Bull Salzburg 2, Dinamo 1. You just can't give away 2 penalties in the same game and expect to win. It was still a bit of a soft one, but hey, I've seen much softer ones given than that. It's 2-1 to Red Bull Salzburg, and they weren't really... Oh, he's so close to it! They weren't really offering much in the second half, to be honest. Almost their entire XG in this game has been from penalties. It looks like it's going to be 2-1 to Red Bull Salzburg. It's certainly far from a bad result in the grand scheme of things. It gives us an away goal and an opportunity there. And if we just didn't... I mean, to be fair, one of the penalties was missed. A pretty even game, really. We just couldn't quite get anything going after that goal and just had little bitty chances here and there that weren't really that great. But still, we go again. It's still poised for us in the second leg. If we can put in a strong home performance, and you know how good we've been at home in Europe this year, this is far from done yet. I don't think we've even conceded a goal at home in Europe yet. So, hey, there's still a chance. Back in a sec. So, before that disappointment against Red Bull Salzburg in the Champions League, we had a game at home against Slaven. Right after half-time, I brought on Tony... Mihailovic out at halftime, some lovely work on the edge of the box, and he was able to slot us in front after 45 minutes, literally, 30 seconds into the second half. And then within a 2-minute period after that, we'd suddenly given ourselves a much better scenario here. Bit of a mess inside the box, eventually ends up into the path of Adama Traore for 2-0, which was really nice to see him scoring a goal. Came off the bench, tried to freshen things up a bit. 92nd minute, though, we did concede from a set piece, which was unfortunate, but what can you do? Still 2-1. We still won the game. It wasn't our most convincing performance against a relatively strong Slaven side who, despite being promoted, are looking quite good in the league. But a good result for us, and it was 5 wins out of 5 in the league. Sadly, though, our winning run was halted at home against Osijek. We got caught out with a long ball over the top. Keeper didn't come. Sakali was able to slot that one home for 1-0 to Osijek after 32 minutes. And then not long after that, literally within 2 minutes, Sorancic with an absolutely brilliant free kick made it 2-0. And out of nowhere, we found ourselves 2-0 down, in a game we were playing very well in. But then Fischer got the ball to Daniel Braganza, and he just took over. Lovely ball across for Jalabert to put us back in the game right on the stroke of half-time on 45 minutes. And then in the second half, 75th minute on the clock, again, Simic gets the ball out on the right-hand side. Roberts puts it through for Braganza, drops it back for Simic, and a drilled shot in the top corner for 2-2. It definitely could have been better. There was a big chance for us right at the very end where, once again, Braganza got the ball, put it through the middle for Mezga, who really should have scored. It was a nailed-on goal for most other players, so I was surprised to see Mezga miss that one, but it was his first proper appearance for us off the bench. He could have won the whole damn thing. Still a very even game, and I think we did well to get ourselves back into this. We'd have been harshly to lose this one. I feel like last season we probably would have lost this game. So digging deep to come from 2-0 down, happy with that. Still only puts us 1 point clear at the top of the league, as Goritza have had a brilliant start to the season. We're the only unbeaten side left. We still have the top goal difference in the league. 5 wins out of 6 and a draw from our opening 6 games, whilst playing in Champions League ties constantly. I think that's actually pretty solid, and hopefully we keep on going like this, and the title should be somewhat of a formality, but it still takes time, But right now, we only have one thing on our mind, and that is the Red Bull Salzburg tie. Now, I played certain players in that game off camera because they would be suspended. Both Konsa and someone else are both out of the next game. I think it might even be Candelario, which is not ideal. I think a lot of changes might need to happen here, so we'll do our best. Obviously, Fischer started the last game, so yeah, Konsa and Candelario will be out because of suspension. We do seem to get quite a few bookings, and I guess that comes with a slightly higher press. It certainly wasn't an issue we were having quite so much before, but I definitely think that's the reason. I think it's kind of gone under the radar, the fact that Roko Simic has got 6 goals this season from that wide playmaker spot. It reminds me an awful lot of the French lad we had back at Ermis, who was just a goal machine in that position, if I recall. Fombatas, I think it was. So I might just do a selection of advice just to clean the squad out a little bit. So Strikic back in. Braganza, they keep wanting to put Braganza there. I don't want that. I really, really liked him in that last game. He was controlling that midfield. 2 assists, could have had more. Really, really good. So Campbell, also Kem Campbell's been a bit all over the place, and I just don't really like him in that role, and I'm not sure why. I'd honestly rather play him further up. But Dino Pavlich will have to come in today. Jorga's going to come in. He's just been called up for the Romania squad as well. I'm going to bring in Anderson instead of Sobby. Sobby's kind of been a bit hit and miss. So is Anderson as well, I suppose. It's just about finding the right combinations in there as well. And I will be bringing him back in if it's a Hodak today, because in Europe, you know what he does. Babic, of course, on at right back because Connor Roberts is... Actually, no, wait. No, Roberts definitely needs to play here. We can rest him out for the next one and bring in Babic for a bit. PP's nearly back too. Mihailovic, I'll definitely have him on the bench, surely. Instead of maybe even Kem Campbell. But Mihailovic has been a bit all over the place as well. I just don't think his head's quite in it at the moment. He's got his big dreams of going to Brighton, which I'm sure is a nice place, but head in the game, buddy. And Simic, as much as I don't want to, I think we're going to have to play him here. I could have rested him for the last game, but that's the one area of our squad that's a little bit light. I think the plan might honestly be to get Sobby on for him at some point in this game and actually try Sobby out here. Right. It is all on the line. Champions League, win or bust. It is as simple as that. And as I said before, obviously going out wouldn't exactly be complete, we wouldn't be going out in ignominy. Last season, they went out the same round, in fact, to Ludogorets, who I feel like are a slightly weaker side than Red Bull Salzburg. So we'll just have to see. In a game like today, we need Strikic to be at top form. And I really do feel like the addition of Braganza might allow him a few more chances. He didn't play through the middle in the last game. I really have been using Dean Fisher a lot in the league because we've been able to get away with it, really. So keeping Strikic fresh for these Champions League matches has been super important for my money. Key thing, don't concede any more penalties if it's all the same. Like, giving away 2 in that first leg might well have cost us a place in the Champions League group stages, although admittedly they only took 1 of them. But we'll see how costly that is when we're counting our pennies at the end of this match, so to speak. There will be a draw in today's video as well, no matter which competition we go into, because I believe it's the next day for both of them, although I'm not entirely sure on that one. But we need to be on our best behaviour. Oh, hang on, they've given it straight to us. Strikic! It's a bit of a tough one for us. Anderson! Good strike at goal. I think Strikic maybe could have taken it himself, but it was a tough one. I do wonder if in that situation, though, Strikic could have used that burst of pace and dribbling ability he has to take it past that centre-back and get himself clean through on his left foot. Maybe he just passed a little bit too early on that occasion, but hey, it's nice to see him looking for his teammate. Anderson again, though. He looks really up for it today. Gets into this left-hand side. Oh, he's gone past his man. Ball in Strikic! Oh, and Jellebear. Oh, that was a great opportunity for Jellebear. He has to do better with that. That has to be a goal in that position. It's a clear, huge opportunity. Strikic does brilliantly to put the defender off, and we should be a goal up already. But it's nice to see us. We're definitely causing them some trouble in the opening 10-15 minutes of this game so far. Getting a few little openings, but it's all about taking those chances. And we know they've got players in their team strong enough to do exactly that. So we have to be on our game here. That's great play and straight through. Silvio Vidmar is showing us how it's done, and now it's 3-1, and we've got a hell of a comeback on the cards to have to put in here. Oh dear, we've had a couple of opportunities and we've spurned them, and then the moment that Red Bull Salzburg get one of them themselves, we have so many bodies in the way, really. We shouldn't be allowing them through like that. He just gets, it's a great little piece of play from, is that Amad Diallo? They've got some quality players in this team, particularly at this point in the save. Oh god, I thought half-time was about to come. We are in the stroke of half-time. Hopefully they don't score off this play. Oh, that's not a good clearance from Jellebear. He should have done better with that. There was a chance for us further up the pitch. That is a long-range strike, and it's cleared away, and that will do half-time. Right. It's been a pretty even first half, although they have started to really grind through us in the latter stages of it, and we haven't really done anything since the midway point. I think this is the part where we have to kind of go all out at this point. If there was ever time to push, it is this. We're going much more aggressive. We're going to move Strikic to the middle just because. Simic. Oh, I'm going to make the change now. I just worry about his fitness levels for this second period. Although, you know what? No. I'll give him 10 minutes in the second half and see what he can come up with. But nobody in the front line, other than really Strikic, has had any opportunities other than that Jellebear one, which was, so poor. Oh, no. Foreshadowing, eh? Oh, I'll give him 10 minutes, he says. 6 minutes later, he's injured himself. Oh, good. That is terrific work. Bravo me. Manager of the Year material right there. A goal back now, and this suddenly starts to change things for us. I brought on Mihailovic as well, because Jellebear just, I don't know, if we're going to find more chances like that, oh, is that a penalty? Strikic has been fouled. Are we going to get a penalty? Is it Willie Collum again? All these questions and more will be answered in a moment. They're all chasing the goalkeeper. I don't think that was a penalty, personally. It looked like Strikic was by himself, but these are always given in those situations. Vlade Strikic with a massive chance now, if we could see it. There we go. From the spot to get us level with the rest of this game to go, and he does. He's done it again. Dinamo 1, Red Bull Salzburg 1. Vlade Strikic's 10th goal of the season has given us a chance. Right, now we've got 35 minutes to try to really stick something together, because Strikic, once again, has not let us down in Europe. It may only be a penalty, but someone has to score them, and he has done that. Well played. It's our chance now to kick on. It's a real dangerous game, though, we've got on our hands, because if we concede, it's curtains for us, but we also can't not push because we have to score. Please don't give away another penalty, for the love of Christ. Okay, I was going to say great. Oh, wow. That one thing, that's a goal that we've conceded a lot. Not just in this tie, but against HJK as well, I think. Yeah, their second goal was like that too, where they get to the byline and our defenders just seem to... Yeah, they just don't track him properly at all, and that's surely curtains. The only thing I could think about doing with that is tighter marking, perhaps. Because really, there's no offside trap to be played. We can't drop any deeper than that to Sobby. Maybe we can grab a late one back, but it isn't going to make any difference to us, and we are going to be playing in the Europa League this season. We're going to go out 4-2 on average. On aggregate, there we go. Home and away defeats to Red Bull Salzburg. We were pretty, neck and neck with them in this game, and maybe you could say we're a bit harsh to lose, but then our only goal was the penalty as well. Didn't really see a lot of openings. There was that Jellebear chance in the first half, but ifs and buts and all that, and we are out of the Champions League. We tried our best. I don't think we were too bad over 2 legs, and they're a very strong side. hopefully we can do better in the Europa League than they did last year, where they came bottom of their group, and I don't think they won a game. So they just had a little bit more quality when it mattered, as Basel knocked FK Partisan out 9-3 on aggregate. Jesus. Also, Mulder damn near got through, as AGF knock out Benfica. That's a big result, right? Simic is out with a groin strain for 3 to 5 weeks. That is... it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. You keep him on, you take him off too early because he's not actually that bad, and then he does something magical, but then you leave him on for 6 minutes longer than he should have done, and he's injured. Hey, it is what it is. Right, finally at the draw, you can see there's tons of offers coming in because it's the final day of the transfer window, so we're just getting bombarded. Luckily, nobody's complaining currently. But yeah, I mean, we've got to be honest with ourselves, right? Of what we Manchester City are in the Europa League. Bloody hell. And Spurs. Oh, please no. If we were to have any success with Dinamo Zagreb in Europe, it wasn't going to be in the Champions League. And I think playing in the Europa League is awesome because it's going to give us a chance to hopefully win some games, depending on what kind of group we get. Maybe we can get third, go to the Europa Conference League knockouts, try to see how far we can go in there. I think there's a nice European path for us this season. So let's have a little look. So City, there's Leipzig, there's Lille. Which group do we go in? I think we're group pot 3? Pot 3. Okay, so not ideal. But, oh my god, Shakhtar and Sporting are both pot 4. That's mad. Right, let's do it. Villarreal and Roma would be an avoidable one too. And like, oh god, please no. That one, I'll take that one. No, please not this group. Oh, you... Games like, nope. Nope. God damn it, man. Oh, good. Joe Gordon going that one. RZ going. Oh, my lord. Partizan in that group. They just got beat 9-3. Right, who? We better get a really weak pot. It'll be Sporting or Shakhtar. Oh, God. Betis. Are you for real? Wow, that is an insanely tough group when you look at some of the other ones that we've got available to us, potentially, in here. Oh, dearie me. Look at this one here. Okay, that is going to be an unstoppably tough group. I really do think that our best bet in this group is to try to finish above Betis and get third place. But you never know. That is going to be supremely tough. But, as I've said, I think this tactic is good as an underdog sometimes. So you never know what kind of madness we'll be able to pull off. But that is, not the best in terms of luck. So, next episode, I assume, is going to be 3 of those group games coming up. Don't know when they actually are, but it'll be a nice big chunk because I realise we've been sort of rolling into the season here. Wow, we've actually not won in our last 3 after an incredibly tough start, incredibly good start. But hopefully we can get ourselves back on the winning path a little bit and start to rejuvenate ourselves a little bit because we are a good side and it just didn't go our way. So, if you've enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to some Europa League goodness, I still think it's going to be tough, but you just never know. Then drop a like on the video. That would be supremely good. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, of course, so we'll follow there as well. So that's what's coming up in the next episode. Dean Fisher's gone off to listen to some Diana Ross CDs to drown his sorrows. Fernando Dana's no doubt making some lovely food for the rest of the squad. I was saying Mama's recipe, but it ain't, is it? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.